can get me loud and clear. Um, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can get in as well. Okay. Uh, okay. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. Lux Radio Broadcasting from Fenner. Like I said, the president of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Julius Nelson, will deliver his season's greetings in a moment from now. And of course, it's going to be available on all of the University of Liberia platforms. That's the website is going to be available on the Facebook page. It will be available on the YouTube, Twitter pages. So just be there, and we're here. And my name is Afonso. I will link up with my colleagues up Capitol Hill to do some pre-speech discussions. I want to know some of the things that happen right there. So keep listening to the University of Liberia radio. Very shortly, I will join the Vice President for UL Relations, Attorney at Law Norris L. Toy. Nobody doesn't like to use that is L, but I will use it because I love the name that the L represents. Yeah, you know. So VP Toy will join me shortly in a pre-speech discussion. We want to. I want to know some of the things that the president would touch in his message ahead of the official one, and maybe the vice president will share with me some of the things that are expected to be in that message. So uh, I'm, I'm gonna try. Am I really getting sign from Capitol Hill? Okay, let me see. Let me see. This morning, I'm trying to. Sorry, remind me. I'm trying to get sign from Capitol Hill. Looks FM 106.5, your university radio. Uh, I'm awaiting the vice president for your relations. In a moment from now, he will join me while we await the president of the University of Liberia to deliver his season message to the university family, the student community, faculty, and staff of the University of Liberia. You know, I mean, the UL has a lot of stakeholders. Of course, the board trustees uh, is part of the ones responsible for the running of the University of Liberia. You have the administration headed by the president of the university, the vice president for academic affairs, vice president for um, administration, the vice president for UL relations. I hope I get in the position right. I'm sure that's the line right there. You have the president of the University of Liberia, and this is an academic setting. So the next person in line is the vice president for academic affairs, followed to by the vice president for administration. The fourth uh, place is occupied by the vice president for UL relations, and I think the fifth should be the vice president for finance and fiscal affairs. You know, you just need me. I'm going to stop there. I'm not going to run myself into trouble, but I'm sure the first five I could be right. I say otherwise. So that's it right here. So all of these lieutenants help the president to run the University of Liberia. You have the Office of Student Affairs occupied by the Vice President for Student Affairs. They are responsible for student activities here at the University of Liberia. The Office of Vice President for Administration, of course, as the name will tell you, is responsible for administration. All of the um, properties of the university, will fall under our office. Plant operations, all of them honor the office of Vice President for Administration, and everything that has to do with information sharing, information dissemination, so to speak, crafting of the different information that come in, from the university to the public. We have to do with the office of the Vice President for UR Relations. This is the official post office of the University of Liberia and is occupied by a very smart, you know, um, uh, eloquent young man, um, attorney at law, Nurse Lester Toy. He speaks for the university. I was just seeing in camera the president of the University of Liberia, Professor Dr. Julius Saul Nelson Jr. I love to call his Julukon, and then the president of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, calls his first name the real crew. Yeah. And I like to listen to him when he calls that name. He said, Saulo. It's something that we can say. The real, crew. He calls it Saulo. I don't even know how to call it that way. I need some water. I really need water this morning. I don't know. I need to get some water.
What happened?
All right. So it's right here on Lux FM 106.5, the University of Liberia Radio.
Okay,
You're
boss.
waiting the message. That's the season's
You'll
greeting
be all
from
right.
the president of
And right now,
the
I haven't been
University of
there.
Liberia, Professor Dr. Julius Saul Nelson Jr. Um, I try to fit in something always where he can beat my time, but that's okay. Only my one know, me and Thomas and the president, only our three know what I'm talking about. They already understand it. Okay, so I'm still here. My name is Afonso. Uh, we'll be here until
Mama,
after the president's message. But let me see what I can pause a little while and talk to the guys from Capitol Hill. Nico, what's going on? I'm not getting sound from you guys. Someone's not opening here. Oh, okay. I see it here. All right. But you're getting me? Oh, okay. Oh, when I'm not seeing you. Not in the photo. Tell you not in the photo.
so what's happening now? I see you guys again.
Okay, all right. So, all right. I'm just in the man. All right. Okay. All right.
I said, I'm going to straight up.
Okay. Lux FM
I check.
106.5. UR Radio.
I check the class.
Broadcasting from Fender in Louisiana.
I like it.
Like I said to you, the
If I'm only for you.
Vice President for UR Relations, Attorney at Law, Norris Lester Toy. Let me say good morning to you, Pipi Toy. How are you?
Good morning, Alfonso George. It's a pleasure to always speak with you and to be listened to by thousands of your listeners all across the city and beyond.
Okay, let me say, sitting greeting to you.
Thank you very much. The same to you and all of the hardworking folks at Lux FM, where you are conducting this very special pre-message analysis. I am so pleased to join this pre-message analysis on the I want to say of July of Christmas, but we got one more day to go to the Eve and then the main day. So Merry Christmas to
What
to
sort of
you.
what sort of feeling does this season bring to you?
A feeling of happiness, of joy, of peace as a Christian. That the man whose birth anniversary we celebrate, knowing that he was crucified, born on Christmas, July, Christmas Day, and he died for his sins, and he was bodily resurrected, and now he's acting as a propitiator, an advocate for all of us. Uh, so it's so a wonderful feeling to know that we have somebody who speaks on our behalf, who is all loving, all forgiving, who never condemned. It's a remarkable feeling. Every time Christmas comes around, I think about the messages of Jesus Christ, who he was, and how what he came to do continues to impact the rest of humanity. So I'm very happy to
Yeah.
celebrate Christmas.
I know somebody was wondering, wow, the man sounded like one Baptist out of deacon. Don't mind you, that Baptist male. So these Baptist brothers, I don't care what you do, even if the man did not go to seminary, don't even try. You can give him a whole pulpit and you will deliver.
But
All right.
I grew up in the Baptist church, so yes, you're right. I grew up in
Yeah.
the whole generation who became
Okay.
who preacher men as well. So I learned a lot from them.
Okay, very well. Now, the president of the University of Liberia is to shortly deliver his season's greeting to the university family and Liberians as a whole. What are some things that you think will come out of that message?
Well, the university is a family. We refer to ourselves the light in darkness, the Lux in tenebrae, or the microcosm of the larger Liberian society. And so it's fitting, that the president of the University of Liberia uh, will, at this time, uh, speak to the family. In that family, you have the students, huge part of the family. You have the staff, very important as well. The faculty, um, absolutely necessary, and the UR administration. So that's the core group. And beyond that, you have the uncles and the aunties. That would be the alumni association members. Then you have the board of trustees. That's part of the family. But then there is a whole bigger family that is the nation, because the university is a public institution. It's Liberia's premier public institution. So everybody in this country is part of the university family. And then, some of our family members are abroad. We got partners. Uh, we partner with other universities. So, in a lot of ways, when we use the term the microcosm of larger Liberian society, the university fits that profile, you know. And so the president's message today will seek to try to reach out to all of those key constituent members within the family tree of the University of Liberia. And his pitch will be, essentially to bring everybody together. So I do not want to give out any clue whatsoever. I don't have the preternatural ability to anticipate what the president of the university will say, but I'm just trying to pretend, and preempt a little bit. I'm sure he's going to talk about the year. This academic year, has 2 semesters. It has been unusually long. We didn't even close for the uh, for this current semester. George, we should have had our graduation in December. Usually, it begins our Christmas festivities, right? So
Right.
I'm sure we'll seek to address some of those things in his his Christmas greetings to the university family.
That's very well. Now, I've been thinking about something. I don't know whether this is the very first time, it's happening in this manner and form that the president's message is being delivered on radio, on all of the platforms that the university has. And should I call it a new beginning? What is it?
Well, I wouldn't, history is always an opportunity for us to learn. I don't know. Perhaps it could be, particularly so given that, we're using new media now, right? We've moved away from the traditional way we've communicated to now the utilization of different platforms, Facebook, uh, YouTube, and all of the various internet perks that have made the way we disseminate information very accessible. So
Yeah,
I can be driving
the president is supposed to speak.
and speak to a larger audience, like exactly what we're doing. I think if you come to think about it, yes, Josh, I'm inclined to agree with you that this is unprecedented. Traditionally, we've used the radio platform. The radio platform now has been, augmented, so people can listen to this message wherever they are. And even after the message is delivered, we're going to put the message on our website. It's going to be on our Facebook. We are live streaming the message, so it reaches a larger audience. So it is unprecedented, and it's good that the president of the university is using this message to reach out to the family members of the university, to tell them what a year, what an academic year it has been. He will talk about the graduation that should have happened, that didn't happen, but will happen very soon. As you know, we are bringing in another group of students within the next 2 months. And so the university has had its own challenges over the last 12 months, beginning with COVID. We were going as a university at full online learning, and then we had to go back to traditional learning, and then blended learning. So a lot, so to speak, has happened.
Okay, Vivito, let me say thank you so very kindly, and thanks to you and your team for the innovation, that you've brought to the job. But I must have to now cross over the Capitol Hill to bring live the president's speech.
Thank you very much. We'll also listen live.
Okay. Vivito there, he's the Vice President for UR Relations here at the University of Liberia. Very shortly, like I said, we will cross over to Capitol Hill to bring you live the president's message to the university family and the nation as a whole. I mean, with respect to the university, So, Thomas, we are all set, and we're set and waiting only to link up with you from Capitol Hill. So, yes, I can see the president in the photo now. Yeah, so I am set and only waiting for you to turn control over to the president as he brings his season's greeting. Let me say good morning to you, Mr. President, and season greetings. Good morning, Mr. President. I want to be the first to speak. Good morning, Mr. President, and season greetings to you.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Good evening.
Okay. Yes, I'm set.
The visitor of the University of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manning Weah, the chairman and members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Moses Moreau Zina, Vice President of Academic Affairs, Mana Beneto Jokota, our Vice President for Administration, other Vice President and members of the University of Liberia Cabinet, academic deans and chairperson of various departments, administrative directors, and heads of various units, the president, officers and members of the University of Liberia Faculty Association, the president, officers and members of the University of Liberia Staff Association, members of the President Student Advisory Council, and other members of student organizations, men and women of the University of Liberia, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you seasoned greetings on behalf of the chairman, Honorable Matthew G. Zaza, officers and members of the Board of Trustees of the University of Liberia, as well as in my own name. Let me take this time on behalf of my family to extend Christmas greetings to the entire University of Liberia family and wish you best wishes for the year ahead. My dear university family, as we all gear towards the celebration of yet another Christmas, I'd like all of us to take a moment to reflect upon what an academic year it has been. Just imagine that our current academic semester has not even ended, as it has become a tradition of graduating students before Christmas and bringing in new ones. Two critical academic activities have also not happened. This confirms what an academic year it has been. It is no secret that this academic year has been a year filled with challenges and difficulties, but we are grateful that together we have managed to reach this far in one piece as a university family. Your commitment, your support, your dedication, your hard work, your prayers, your expertise, and your professionalism are all welcoming and contributing factors that kept the University of Liberia alive and running despite the challenges we face. Let me encourage you as you celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ to remember our commitment to developing and molding the minds of the future leaders of this great country, Liberia. Let me encourage you to return in the new year with renewed vigor and efforts to roll up your sleeves and join the wagon of reconciliation and sustainable development at the nation's premier institution of higher learning, the macrocosm of the larger society. The more we invest in our younger generation, the better it will be for our country and the world at large. Your time, efforts, and countless hours spent transforming minds cannot be overlooked. And for that, we are happy and excited to have you as part of the premier team at the University of Liberia. I wish our students a wonderful Christmas celebration. I know the academic year under review has been loaded with ups and downs, but we are happy and thankful for your patience, your understanding, your cooperation, your partnership, and tolerance as we together mend the pieces whilst sailing the boat of the University of Liberia. It has never been and will never be bread and butter, but know that we will not sleep nor slumber while we impact into your willing minds and hearts the requisite knowledge, skills, and abilities that will prepare you for the daunting task of nation building in the Republic of Liberia. To our hard-working and energetic academicians, your diligence and tenacity in contributing to molding the minds of our future generation cannot be overlooked. We appreciate you so much. We know we do have some differences at times, but there is no progress without a divergence of views and opinions. That is the only way in which any society can make significant strides and accomplish a lot. Thank you for your constructive engagements as well as your collaboration as we manage our differences in making the University of Liberia an enviable place to be. Not forgetting our administrative and support staff. We salute you during this festive season and want you to know that without you, the University of Liberia will cease to exist. As a part of the whole, the pie will not be complete without every single piece fitting in perfectly. You are a significant part of the university mosaic, and we look forward to entering 2022 with all on board, well rested, and prepared to resume the marathon of the new year as we join the nation in commemorating our bicentennial in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be remiss if we do not announce special Christmas greetings and thanks to the President, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, visitor of the University of Liberia, for his continuous interest and support toward the sustenance of the nation's highest institution of learning. We are grateful to you, Mr. President, as well as all your able lieutenants, especially Honorable Samuel Tuet, the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, and his team, who have stood by your side so far in crafting and implementing policies and programs that will positively affect the overall educational sector of our country, including the lux in tenebris, the light in darkness. Rest assured, Your Excellency, we will continue to work with your leadership in taking the University of Liberia from level to level, from stage to stage on the upward bound. It is in this direction that discussions on finding a lasting solution to what we all know are perennial problems, resulting in an MOU between the University of Liberia, the government of Liberia, and the University of Liberia Faculty Association, which was signed on October 1, 2021. Many of the problems affecting the university, all of whom are perennial OH or HO problem in nature at the University of Liberia. After months of hair-splitting discussions, a roadmap to solving our perennial infrastructural and other critical academic problems have now been developed. Fellow members of the university family, I can confidently say that the University of Liberia has made tremendous progress with support from the government of Liberia towards solving our problems or turning our problems into opportunities for sustainable development. Our resilience as a family has seen us overcome the second strain of COVID-19 and academic transition from the 100% e-learning to a blended learning institution. In more practical terms, the first phase of a massive renovation is expected to commence during the Christmas break and will continue when we return to school after the break. Thanks to His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia and visitor of the University of Liberia, our initial commitment of United States $375,000 have been committed to commence the first phase of renovation works, which is expected to last at least 5 weeks. Special appreciation goes to the Ministry of Public Works, the General Services Agency, the Liberian Agency for Community Empowerment, and the Armed Forces of Liberia Engineering Battalion for their collaboration with us as we carry out this renovation exercise at the University of Liberia. In addition, the long-standing area issue, which was a source of major contention, has also been resolved, with significant members of our faculty acknowledging receiving area payments in the last few weeks. Fellow members of the university family, as a family, and they already mean the true definition of a family, have had internal differences and will surely continue to have differences. However, it is always incumbent upon us to reflect on our differences and find appropriate solutions here at the University of Liberia. Today, especially so, as we celebrate the joy of Christmas, I'm happy that we have risen above our problems and are on a new track with renewed commitment to work for the people of Liberia at the University of Liberia. The university administration and the government of Liberia are jointly resolved to provide an unhindered learning environment for our students and faculty. Your constant engagements are always welcome as our partners, the University of Liberia Faculty Association, the University of Liberia Staff Association, and our student body. Bettering the university is a joint effort of all stakeholders in the university family and beyond. As I close, let me once again call on all members of the University of Liberia family to continue to keep the light of education burning in the darkness of ignorance, the darkness of poverty, the darkness of inequality, the darkness of injustice. Everything that we serve as a setback to shining and brightening the light at the University of Liberia in the Republic of Liberia. Each and every one of you is an important part of the whole, and your individual inputs are critical to the overall sustenance of this institution we all so cherish. As we celebrate the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ, let us also celebrate the era of new resolve, new determination, new commitment, new team spirit, new dynamism as we move toward the future. Remember, we have a labor market that we are under obligation to supply with well-trained and qualified workforce. We have a nation to build. We have a culture of good governance, unity, reconciliation, workable systems and solutions to build here at the university, but also in the Republic of Liberia. Let us not give up in this fight. Let us not get weary on this journey, for as a team, together, everyone accomplished much. Together, we are stronger. In union strong, success is sure. We will overall prevail. Long live the University of Liberia family. Long live the visitor of the University of Liberia. Long live the Board of Trustees. Long live our Alumni Association. Long live our administrators, faculty, staff, and student body. Long live the government and people of Liberia. Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year 2022 as we prepare ourselves to journey into 2022. Thank you, and God bless each of you very much. Amen. How many minutes?
Lux FM 106.5, the University of Liberia radio. Before the UL chorus, you will listen to the Christmas message there as delivered by the president of the University of Liberia. Of course, he's the 15th president of the nation's fountain of knowledge, the University of Liberia, touching on a number of issues in the message this morning. As a mark of tradition, the festive season usually begin with our graduation ceremonies here. That did not happen or will not happen this year. Uh, President touched that, and that is due to too many, things that happen along the way. So uh, that will not be possible. Rather, it's going to be somewhere around in March of next year. President touching, to some extent, kind of regretting it, but it's beyond our control. However, it's possible early next year. At the same time, in the midst of the challenges, he enjoys working with all. Somebody would say, extend an olive branch to all, to recommit, to working together, all for the betterment of the University of Liberia, noting that they stand ready to work together as a family, recommitting to duties to serve the people of this country through the University of Liberia. The president also acknowledged the efforts of everybody here, from the staff association to faculty association and every other person associated with the university and its operations for the level of work and cooperation, coordination over the year, that has taken us so far where we are today in our different functions and capacities. All is aimed at taking the university to another level. He wouldn't stop there. Rather, he will salute the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, and his team for the level of support to the University of Liberia. I need not to, explain that further because we all are here. We've been following the different engagements, the different, support, the level of support coming in from the university. I mean, to the university from the president and the government of Liberia. We started with the automating of our system here. I think it was in 2018 or 2 or 4, if I should be right. No, the free education, free tuition was announced. Yeah, on 2 or 4, and then on 2 or 24, the free education policy was announced. I go back there. The president came in to uh, initiate or to inaugurate the automated system here at the university on October 4. And then on the 24th, he announced the free tuition policy, not only to the University of Liberia, but across the country, all community or public universities across Liberia. Uh, so the president and his team or family at the university are highly appreciative of all of these efforts by the president and his team, as we fight to uh, take the University of Liberia to another level. And that is evident by the recent provision of that's 375,000 United States dollars to commence renovation works on the campuses of the University of Liberia. Um, Something that is already in progress. While you are at home, observing your break, by the time you return on uh, January 3, it will be possible for you to see some new things, some, well furnished area, perhaps, some redone buildings and or places on these campuses, thanks to the government of Liberia for the initial provision of 375,000 United States dollars. Issue with salary arrears. It's been long standing. That issue is resolving now, or has been resolved. That's according to the president of the University of Liberia. Above all, he has recommitted the university family to working for the university and with everybody else that is associated and for the people of this country, like I said, through the University of Liberia. So that's it. Um, we will bring you a repeat of the president's message in our subsequent broadcast throughout the day. So wherever you are listening to the University of Liberia radio, I like to say keep it as set to FM 106.5. My name is Alfonso George, and I like to say thanks to the team there up Capitol Hill. What a wonderful, wonderful team. Thomas Kaya, Johnny Colley, Mrs. Second Nicole, our own station manager. They're all up Capitol Hill. Alongside our boss, the man who's always willing to work and talk for the university. I'm talking about Attorney at Law, Norris Toy. Let me say thanks to all of you and the President Office for the level of collaboration and coordination. Let me say thanks to all of you again, and I must say bye to you for now. Keep listening to our broadcast right here on Lux FM 106.5, the University of Liberia radio broadcasting from Capitol Hill. Let me take a break now. To okay, let me bring you this one. Okay.
Thomas,
Yeah,
my
Chike.
job calling me. I know. It's actually tell you that
Chike, what's up?
walking.